Hey learner, this is Nilesh Borate. So in this video we will see some useful operators in a Python. Okay, so there are a few built-in functions and the operators in a Python that don't fit well into any category. So we will go over them in this lecture. So let's begin. So first we will see the range function. Okay, so this function allows to quickly generate a list of integers. So this comes in a handy a lot, so take note of how to use it. There are three parameters you can pass: start, stop and step size. Okay, so let's jump to the notebook to explore this concept. See here one example. Okay, so first we will give the title of this topic. So useful operator. Okay, so range, then we will see the enumerate, then zip, okay, then in, then max, min, random, input. Okay, so we will see this all these operator one by one. Okay, in this video we will cover the three operators: range, enumerate and the zip. Okay, so let's see. First we will see that the range function. Okay, so range function allows you to quickly generate a list of integers. So this becomes in handy a lot, so take note of how to use it. So first example is that for num in range, so my range is that 10. Okay, so after that we print this num variable. See, my output is that 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, here in range function, so we have to pass the value 10. So output is that the 0 to 9, means the 0 to 9 numbers are printed, but it is not including 10. Okay, so this is very similar syntax to the slicing function in a string, which we saw earlier. Okay, so this is the range function. Next example is that for num in range, then pass here two parameters: start and the stop. Okay, see here my output is that, colon, then print num. Okay, so my output is that 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so in this range function, so numbers starting from 3 to 10, not including 10, okay, means 3 to 9. So all these numbers are printed here one by one. Okay, so my output is that the 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so next one is that third parameter is that the step size. Okay, see here for num in range to 20 and my step size is that the 2, then print num. Okay, see here starting from 5, okay, step size is that the 2, means that the skip one character and jump to the next, means that the 5 to 7, then 9, then 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. Okay, if step size is 3, then output is 5, 8, 11. Okay, these three parameters we have to see the range functions. Okay, so if you will print this function directly, see here 0 comma 10 comma 2, see here nothing is printed. Okay, means only print this statement because it's a generator. Generator is a special type of a function that will generate the information instead of saving it all to the memory. So this is a more efficient way of generating these numbers instead of having a giant list stored in memory. So later on next upcoming video we will discuss more details about the generator. Okay, so next function is that the enumerate. Okay, so enumerate. Okay, so this is the comment. See the one example, index equal to 0. Then for letter in, here we can pass the one string A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, then print these letters. See here, all these letters is printed. Okay, now we will print the letter with index. Then see, I can copy paste this code here. Okay, then index, here we will use, so index is equal to index and letter is equal to letter. Okay, then here index equal to index plus 1. So by using format function, you can pass here parameter format index comma letter. Okay, see here index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and letters is that the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay, so these are the some letters and the indexes. So this is similar to plus equal 1. Okay, same output. Okay, so this is the one example. Here we have to print the indexes as well as the letters. Okay, so one more way to do this example by using the enumerate function. See here how to use them. So I will copy paste this code here. Okay, so next one is that index equal to 0 for letter in. So this string is assigned to one variable A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, then here instead of this string we have to pass here one variable. Okay, so word equal to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, index equal to 0, then item in, then here use the enumerate function. Enumerate, pass here this variable, pass here this variable. Okay, then here first we print in here item variable, print here item. Okay, there is no need of an index variable. See here my output is that 0A, 1B, 2C, 3C. Okay, so by using this example, by using this enumerate function, so this tuple is generated and in that tuple there are two parameters, index and the character, and index is incremented by 1 automatically. Okay, so this is the basically doing that index count for us automatically in the form of tuples. So enumerate was created, so you don't need to worry about creating and updating the index count or the loop count variable. Okay, so this is the enumerate function and it can take in any iterable object, and what it does, it return the back some sort of index count and the object itself or the element at that the particular iteration. Okay, now next example is that we can split this index number and the character separately. See here, copy paste this code. Okay, then here pass the two values or the two variables A and B. Here print A, then print B. Okay, so my output is that 0A, 1B. Okay, so you can also print this variable by using another way. See here, index equal to and value equal to. Okay, so dot format A comma B. Okay, see here index equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 and value A, B, C, D up to H. Okay, so by using this enumerate function, you don't need to write the extra code to manage the index counter. Okay, so it can be automatically managed because every letter or every character is enclosed with its index automatically, and this pair indicate the one tuple. Okay, so next function is that the zip function. So zip means that the zip together to list. Okay, means combine the multiple list into one list. Okay, so see here the one example zip. Okay, so my list is equal to, so first list is that the 1, 2, 3, then my list 2 equal to A, then B, C, okay, then zip my list 1 comma my list 2. See here error name my list 2 is not defined. See here spelling mistake, my list 2. Okay, so my output message is that zip at here some address value. Okay, so meaning of this is that zip the list at this location in memory. So this is the memory location address. Okay, so this data is zip into this memory location. Okay, so if you want to print this zip data, then see here by using the for loop. So for item in zip, okay, pass here the to list my list 1 comma my list 2. Okay, then print here the item. So my output is that 1A, 2B, 3C. So 1, 2, 3 are the values of first list, A, B, C are the values of second list. Zip means that combine these two lists into this one tuple. Okay, and all of these three items are printed here. Okay, so lot of built-in functions in Python return the result in the list. So zip function will just like a zipper on a jacket, zip together. So these two lists and pair up these items so that they match together. Okay, so next example is that we zip the three lists. Okay, see here my third list is that. So now we will create the three lists here. Copy paste this two list. Okay, third list is that my list 3 equal to, okay, 100, 200, 300. Then by using for loop, okay, so copy paste this for loop and here pass the third list my list 3. Okay, so my output is that 1A 100, 2B 200, 3C 300. Okay, so three lists are zipped together. So order is very important. So if you will pass the 3, 1, 2, then output is that 100 1A, 200 2B. Okay, and next one is that if the length are not same, say see here 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then these are the three items. See here, shift enter. So 100 1A, 200 2B. Okay, if my list 1 is the first list and in first list there are the 5 items. Okay, then see here 1, 2, 3 ABC 100 200 300. Only those items are zipped which are available in all the list. Okay, and other items are skipped automatically. Okay, so this is the advantages and benefit of this zip function. Okay, now we will separate these three items into three variables. See here, instead of item we can use the ABC three variables, then print here A, Okay, see my output is that only A printed, then B, C here, and C. Okay, you can also use the two print statement A and B, 1A, 2B, 3C. So in this video we have to see the three functions. Okay, and next three functions we will discuss on next video. Okay, so if you have any queries about these three functions, then comment on your query in comment box. Likes and subscribe this channel. See you on next video. Thank you.